Hey guys, welcome back to Struggleville YouTube channel. For this video, we're going to check out some DeWALT power tool deals currently available at Home Depot. Now, most of these deals should go through the end of the year, and I'm going to add this video to our playlist for the Home Depot holiday tool deals. And I'll link that in a pinned comment down below if you want to see the deals that we've already talked about. And of course, we're going to be adding to that playlist throughout the rest of this year here. And another thing is I'm going to add Amazon deals at the end of this video, so I'll have the Amazon deals linked down below. Those are only going to last a couple of days. And then we'll use the YouTube shopping links for all the Home Depot deals that we're going to talk about here in a second. The only things as far as power tools and DeWALT that I'm not talking about is the free tool promotions, because we just talked about those deals yesterday. So if you're interested in those, again, check out that playlist in the pinned comment, because we already talked about those. So we don't want to rehash things if we can avoid it. First deal, we have the DeWALT Atomic 20-volt cordless brushless combo kit. It's a 4-tool kit with two 2-amp-hour batteries. It's normally $3.99. Right now, a special buy at $2.99, saving yourself $100. So they're all the compact Atomic series, all brushless tools. And with this kit, we got the two 2-amp-hour batteries, and we're getting the DCB 112 charger. So that's a 2-amp output. Take about an hour to charge each of these batteries. I would really love if one of those was a 4. That would just put it over the top for this combo kit. But 2s are reasonable batteries for all of these tools, and we can kind of break down this the value of this kind of. So right now, Home Depot has a combo kit or a tool kit that is a drill, brushless drill, and a 2-amp-hour battery and charger, and it's listed at $100 right now. They also have an impact driver that comes with the 2 and a charger that's also $100. We're going to look at a deal coming up that includes an oscillating tool with a 2-amp-hour battery and a charger, and it's also $100. So we have $300 in value right here, and then this reciprocating saw right here is worth $130 right now. Or at least that's the sale price right now. So what is that? $430 we're at, and this is $299. So we are getting a pretty good deal on this if you can use all the pieces. And if you are like me and willing to resell the stuff you don't need, this time of year is fantastic for us to get super cheap tools or even get some free stuff, because maybe we're upgrading and we sell off our old things, or we just don't need one of the pieces and can throw it on eBay and make a couple of bucks out of it. This is a perfect time of year to get in on some cheap upgrades for our tools. Next, we're looking at the DeWALT 15-amp corded 8¼ compact portable job site table saw, stand not included. Now, one thing is, if you don't have a good setup for it, you got to have a stand for a table saw, and I would really prefer the ones with the wheels. You got to have wheels on it. It's such a pain in the ass. The one I have doesn't have wheels. Hate it. Definitely need wheels. Someday I'm going to upgrade, but my cheap ass hasn't done it just yet. Now, $299 is a good price for this table saw, but it's the common sale price. You will see this a couple of times every year, so it's not like you'll never see it at this price again. But if you've been looking at it and seeing it at $399, it's $100 cheaper now. You know, it doesn't really get cheaper than this, although sometimes we do see promotions where it comes with the stand. The stand that's included does not have wheels. It's just a basic stand. So you got the 8¼ which, love a table saw. Definitely something you should strive to own, because they're fun. Now, this one, we actually talked about it last week because Amazon has this at the exact same price. But since we're doing the Home Depot deals, I wanted to bring it up here as well. Normally $149, special buy down to $99. It's the DeWALT bagless stick vacuum general dirt filter handheld vacuum. So you get all these parts and pieces to go with it. I'm not crazy about this hose right here. It looks like it's the exact same hose that comes with the, what is it, the 1 or 2 gallon? I forget what size it is. I think it's 2 gallon maybe. But it's another cordless. It's actually dual power because it has a cord on it as well. Anyway, mine, I have broken this like 3 times already. I have so much duct tape on mine holding it together, and it finally broke apart again, and I was like, forget it. So, not a fan of this hose unless they have upgraded it over the last couple of years. But the rest of it, I really like all the different brushes and stuff. This would probably be a great little vacuum for the car. And then we also have a little hook here. You can go up a ladder with it and have it right on the belt there. But $99 for our cordless vacuum. Next up, we have the DeWALT Atomic Cordless Brushless Oscillating Multi-Tool with the 2 amp hour battery, normally $200 down to $99. Now this one is the 354, and DeWALT has 3, maybe more, but at least 3 oscillating tools. The 354, I have a cold right now and it's so hard to speak. That's going to be my excuse. 354, 355, and 356. I have owned all 3 of them, and I don't remember the differences in the 3. I didn't own all 3 for a long period of time. It was just happenstance. But because I don't remember the differences, I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's not a dramatic difference from one to the other. But what I like about this kit is several times in the past, they have another kit, and it's actually also available right now, that comes with a smaller battery. I don't remember if it's the 1.3 or the 1.5, but that's not much of a difference either way. So it's a smaller battery, and also that smaller battery doesn't come with the fuel gauge, which really just kind of sucks, because you definitely want to know the state of charge of your battery at all times. I guess when a battery's that small, you just assume it's about dead anyways, because if it's not now, it will be in a few minutes. So we get a little bit better battery here with the 2 amp hour, and again, that's the DCB 112 charger, the same we saw earlier. You get a couple of blades to go with it. I love these multi-tools. When they first came out, I really shit on them because I thought, that thing's a waste. What would you ever do with that thing? It's a piece of garbage. It looks like a toy. And then, down the road, I finally get one. This is like 15 years ago, but I get one, and I'm like, oh, man, this thing's amazing. It's just very versatile, and it gets you out of binds, and definitely for $100 if you don't have one. It's also a nice way to get you into DeWalt's lineup because you're getting a full kit for $100 and pretty useful tool. Here we have the DeWALT Atomic Brushless Cordless Half-Inch Variable Speed Impact Wrench Kit with the 5 amp hour battery and charger for $169. So a couple of months ago, I think this is the same kit that we saw at Farm and Fleet for the same price. It may be slightly, I don't know if it's the same model impact wrench. I know it was an impact wrench and a battery, and it was $169. But either way, I really love this deal. It's the half-inch, and you're getting a big old 5 amp hour battery. So this is basically like a $200 tool by itself anyway. And we don't have any other variations here. Sometimes they have other kits here where you can check the other prices. So $169, it's basically a $200 tool. The 5 amp hour, that's my favorite battery of all time because it's that middle porridge. It gets some good run time, but it's not as bulky as like a flex volt battery or some of the huge ones. It's really nice to be paired with the impact wrench, really. And I love that this one has the kind of ring light, the tri-lights, so you don't get any shadows. Sometimes you got the light down here and it's in your hands or something's blocking it or whatever. So I really like the light there, even though that's a minor thing. It's still, I'm allowed to like it even if it is minor. Oh, wait a second. That's no, that's not what I meant. DCP 1104. This is one of the newer chargers, dual voltage like all the others, 12 and 20 volt, but it is a 2-stage charger, so it'll supercharge the first 80% or so and then trickle charge the last 20%. So it's a new endeavor, a little new addition to the DeWALT chargers, and this is a 4 amp output, so a little over an hour to get a full charge on that 5 amp hour battery. Next up, we have the DeWALT 20 volt max cordless compact heat gun with flat and hook nozzle attachments, normally $149 down to $99. This is a bare tool deal. I'm kind of on the fence of including this one. So I've owned this for quite some time. It's okay, but you really have to have limited expectations for this thing. The nature of heat guns, any tool that creates heat, is it's going to drain a battery super quick. So first off, a 5 amp hour is the absolute minimum to use with this tool. Anything less, and you're talking like 2 minutes of runtime, it just sucks a battery like you wouldn't believe. And so you got to have a big battery to go with it. The fan speed on it is super slow because it doesn't create a lot of heat. If it had a real strong fan on it, it was really blowing like a plug-in corded heat gun, it wouldn't build up any heat at all. So you get very little wind out of it. It's not as hot as a corded one. It definitely has its limitations. But one thing I really like to use it for is wiring. Solder seal, heat shrink connectors, that kind of stuff. It works really well for that. Especially like, for example, I was rewiring the stereo in the 66, and I was up underneath the dash doing it, and I had to use the solder seal I was using on the wire connectors. And, doing a stereo, it's like 30 wires or something you got to do on that thing. And it was much easier with this. I didn't have a cord in the way or anything. I could get up under there, and it wasn't so hot that I really had to worry about other things, although I did put a little silicone mat up there to protect other things. But like for that instance, it was perfect for that. It worked beautifully. So it has its instances. It also has a high-low, but I mean, the breath coming out of my mouth right now is hotter than the low setting, so I don't know. But $99, it's not for everybody, but it can be useful. I mean, I like it. It's just you gotta, know what you're getting out of it. Next up, we have the DeWALT FlexVolt 60 volt 4.5 to 6 inch small angle grinder with the FlexVolt battery. That's going to be a 9 amp hour battery. It says normally 488 down to 269. Which, you gotta love the FlexVolt tools, brushless obviously, and this has the brake, the clutch, and the power protect, all the bells and whistles that that old OG angle grinder that's like 12, 14 years old now. It doesn't have any bells and whistles. It's got a trigger. It's on, it's off, and that's it. But, as we progress, we have all sorts of little bells and whistles that we add to it. And so if the disc or whatever you have gets pinched or anything, it automatically stops. It has like a kickback brake. A lot of safety features, which they're actually pretty good ones. Some safety features like the guard, some people might just take that guard off. Some people might just do that. But the other ones, they're actually pretty decent. Now, one thing with this is it comes with these little filter screens. You got to make sure you keep those things clean because that's like your inlet for the motor and everything. And you don't want those getting like a bunch of metal shavings or something all over it or dust or something. Just usually, at least other ones, this one doesn't look like it, but other ones I've had, they have a little screw there where you can take it out and you could blow it out or something to clean the screen. But we're also getting the 9 amp hour FlexVolt battery to go with it. So that's 9 at 20 volt or 3 at 60 volt. So we get tons of runtime off the angle grinder at that. So $269. Now this deal is pretty similar. It's just the reciprocating saw instead of the angle grinder. So still $269. You're getting the same battery. You're getting a big boy reciprocating saw there. Now one thing is, I'm a little surprised. It's got the single finger trigger. Now I don't know about you, but I like giving it 2 fingers. It's just something about the old 2-finger shuffle just feels right. You know what I mean? So I would prefer that. You get a little less fatigue in the old fingers when you can put 2 on there. Other than that, the other thing I was trying to look at, but I didn't see in any of the pictures, and like here you can't see. Oops, come on. You can't really see. So DeWALT has 2 different styles of whatever you call the contraption that the blade goes in. Because I have one reciprocating saw where it can go 4 directions, up, down, left, or right with the blade. And although it's not something you do all the time, every once in a while you get into a situation where being able to turn that blade sideways is super helpful. And I can't really tell from this one what design they have, because I have another DeWALT reciprocating saw where you cannot do that. But I can't tell from here. Anyways, if it does have that, that is super helpful. All of them are toolless these days. It probably just has a lever somewhere. I wish we could see the other side of the damn thing. It probably has a lever. It's definitely toolless, and it doesn't look like the shoe is adjustable. Pivots, but doesn't look adjustable. Again, unless that's just on the other side, and we can't see it from here. And here we have the 20 volt max 7.25 inch cordless circular saw, 20 volt with the 8 amp hour battery. Nice, big, juicy battery. This is only $249, so it's part of the XR lineup. That's your top of the line for the DeWALT. Again, we got a brake on this guy right here, so we got all the safety features. Looks like we have a little rafter hook sticking out of the top there. Of course, it is a brushless tool, and it's 7.25, coming with the 24-tooth blade and the big boy, expensive-ass 8 amp hour battery. I would love to have that battery because it would also go great with my chainsaw. And actually, even like something like a blower, because you're probably using it for extended run times, and the extra weight and bulkiness really doesn't matter on a tool like that. There's a lot of outdoor power equipment that an 8 amp hour is beautiful for. I feel like it's almost a little overkill for a circular saw. Like, I feel like a 5 is perfect for the circular saw, but It doesn't hurt anything, I guess, depending on how you're using it, the extra weight and size there. Either way, it's a high-value battery, whether you use it with that or something else. So that's all the Home Depot deals. We're going to get to some Amazon deals here in a second, but remember, I'm going to add this to the Home Depot tool deals playlist. It's specifically for the holiday tool promotions. We're going to keep adding to it through the end of the year, so see that as the link in the pinned comment if you want to see ones that we have, the other deals that we have already talked about in previous videos. Now, the Amazon deals we're going to talk about are going to be linked down below. These are only going to last for a couple of days, but hey, if you're watching this down the line, check out the homepage of my website, struggleville.net, and you can see all the latest amazing deals. Again, these don't last long, so make sure to subscribe, click the bell, turn on all post notifications, or video notifications, whatever the hell they're called. Because people who watch the videos first get all the amazing deals. Things tend to sell out or get killed early. The first one we're going to look at is the Tool Bag Organizer, multi-pocket heavy-duty roll-up organizer by Kralano, and it is currently 60% off. So I really love this. We get a couple of little zip-up detachable pouches, I do believe. It says 2 zipper small tool pouch bag carrier. But as a little go bag, you know, when you're on the go, you got to go. Have all these little pockets, get it all organized for you, roll it up. Doesn't take up much space at all. Real super compact and easy to put, you know, in the trunk, back of the truck, whatever. But it's normally $27.98. Then we have a 50% promo code, which again is working right now. I just posted this guy, so it's a minty fresh deal. 50% promo code, 10% coupon. We're taking 60% off of that. So that's what, close to $10 or something? Whatever it is. Super cheap. Good deal on that. Next up, we're looking at a wire stripper crimping tool, 7.5-inch wire stripper. It's my third favorite kind of stripper. Crimper tool for wire connectors terminals by Van Join, and it is 50% off. So that's what it looks like right there. Now, this is not a brand I am familiar with at all, so it's kind of a poke and a hope on if it's any good or not. But at the price point, I think it's worth a try. So regular price is $9.89. We have the 50% promo code, so you're going to be under $5. Of course, Prime members are getting the free shipping there. So I think it's worth the risk. Now, if you go to this link right here, by the way, it's good through the end of October. That'd be October 31st. That's Halloween, by the way, if you didn't know. There was 3 total options at 50% off. You know what's funny? It's kind of goofy. We're getting a little sidebar here. Right now, I am pointing at the screen. I am pointing at the 50% link. Nobody can see what the hell I'm pointing to. Why am I pointing at it? Because I'm an idiot. So, there's 2 other options. I think it might have been lineman's pliers and needle nose pliers, but don't hold me to that because I don't remember. So if you want a different kind of plier and 50% off, check out that link there. Which, by the way, when you click on the link, it automatically applies the promo code to your Amazon account. Next up, we have the MultiTool Pocket Knife. This is an amazing deal. I should have led with this one. Tactical Camping Survival Knife. It is 70% off right now, and we actually have an additional discount on top of the 70%. So this is by Rover Tack, and it's one of these little folding multi-tools. Perfect little glove box tool. Maybe keep it in the tackle box. You're going fishing or something, going camping. It may not be the best tool for the job, but it gives you a ton of tools right in your pocket just in case you need them. Now, it's normally $26.99, and then it's listed as a limited time deal of $24.29. Now, I know that's not a huge discount, but it's in conjunction with the other discounts we're getting. So we're starting at $24.29. Then we have a 50% promo code and a 20% coupon. Now, these do stack. As you may know, not all promo codes and coupons right now on Amazon are stacking. They used to all stack. Now they don't, but this one does. And both discounts come off the top $24.29. We're not taking 50%, making it like $12, and then getting 20% off at $12. Both come off the top line. I think it ended up being about $7 when it was all said and done, which is a really amazing deal for as long as that lasts. It was functioned like a lightning deal, so it's a limited quantity. Of course, we don't know what that limit is. So we'll see how long it lasts, but hopefully you can take advantage of that, because at $7, kind of a no-brainer. Make it a little stocking stuff or give it away as a gift. Christmas is coming up. Here we have a 60-watt floodlight, outdoor 6,000 lumen, super bright security light, 3 adjustable heads. It is waterproof, and it's by On4U, which I kind of like that brand name there. So this is an item that I picked up. One of my outside security lights hasn't worked in a couple of months. I thought, wintertime and everything, it's probably better to to get it fixed now and not go through the whole winter with darkness on that side of the house. So anyway, I bought it myself. It's $39.99. There's a 20% coupon on the Amazon page, and Prime members also get a further discount on top of that $39.99. And we posted a video on the second channel, Struggleville 2, which, by the way, we broke 10,000 subscribers over there. If you want to check it out, there's a lot more videos on that channel. But did a little quick install video on this guy and show how bright it is. I was pretty happy with it. I actually think it was a little bit brighter than the previous LED light I have that was a very similar style. But either way, you'd definitely be happy with it. The brightness is not lacking in any way. Here we have some solder seal. Go perfect with that heat gun that we were talking about earlier. Wire connectors. It's a 150-piece set. We got butt connectors. We're connecting the butts here. But heat shrink solder connectors by N-Cell, and it is 30% off. Big fan of the solder seal. Stick a wire on either side of that guy. These rings on the outer end kind of make it waterproof, and then you got the ring of solder in the middle. It's going to shrink down, get really itty bitty tiny, and then you keep just getting it hot. Don't worry, you're not going to melt all the way through it. And then it just kind of like dissipates into the wire, and then just hold it there for a second, let it cool, and I guess dry isn't really the right word, but let it cool and harden back up, and it locks them in real good. I like to throw a little heat shrink over the solder seal connection, but that's not necessary technically, but I like to do that. Big fan of solder seal. Like I said earlier, I rewired my entire stereo using a bunch of them damn things, and it's worked splendidly for me. It's $9.90 right now, but then we have this 30% promo code that's going through the end of the month again. So another, $3 off, making it $6 and change. Now, if you go to this link, there was a bunch of other stuff, all sorts of things. So if you want 30% off on something, but you're not crazy about the solder seal, check out this link and just see what they have. There was a ton of stuff, and it wasn't even all tooly related. So definitely worth checking out. So that's it for the amazing deals for this video, guys. Again, all those Home Depot links you probably already saw as the boxes were popping up here, there, and everywhere. And then we have the Amazon links will all be in the description below. And we'll add this to that Home Depot playlist. And we'll be cruising right along. This was the DeWALT power tool deals. We'll probably do hand tool video. We'll do the different brands, Milwaukee, Makita, Ryobi, Ridgeon, and we'll just split them up in different ways, try to get some variation, and try to avoid having people watch like a 3-hour long video that's trying to snare all the deals in one video, because it's just a pain in the ass. It's easier to break it up like this. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give the video a like, subscribe for a nice subscriber. I'll see you guys next time.